Here we're going to talk a little bit about stress, specifically stress caused by being overworked in and out of school. Throughout this video, I'll be throwing a few numbers around. Here's the first one. 58. Based on a survey I conducted, that is the percentage of students that always feel stressed out about school. Not once in a while, but always. That's a problem. I asked students and even a couple of our teachers about whether they think that we as students are overworked. Here's what they said.
I do think that we have too much on our plates as students. Like last night, I was up until 2 in the morning doing homework.
I feel that students are overworked because most teachers don't realize how much work that the students have in other classes.
Well, I think that students are overworked, and the reason why I think that is because teachers don't really align like our homework with other teachers. They think that their subject is like the most important and that students don't have any other responsibilities besides being a student.
Yes, I think students are being overworked. I think the expectations of the state and the teachers, where the top kids in the school are staying up until midnight after participating in activities, doing 4 or 5 hours of homework a night is ridiculous.
Specifically, this project this year and the research students have done has pointed out to me that students definitely feel like they are overworked. See, in my own kids, we didn't have those same expectations when we were kids, but I don't blame teachers, I blame the bigger educational system.
In my opinion, kids are very much overworked. I think that they get way too much homework. That's why I have my policies that I have, expecting them to spend about 2.5 to 3 hours a week doing that kind of work.
Before I move on, here's another number. 8. That's the minimum number of hours that the National Sleep Foundation recommends that teens should get on a nightly basis. A study found that only 15% got that much, and according to my survey, a whopping 50% of students are only able to get 5 to 6 hours of sleep per night. That might be okay here and there, but over time it really weighs us down as productive students. Let's see what else others have to say.
I think sleep is more important than doing homework for 7 hours.
It's actually really funny because a lot of teachers will continuously tell us to get involved, yet they pile on the homework, and it's really ironic. Do you want us to be involved, or do you want us to have time to do our homework? Yeah. So I do believe that we're overworked because, getting involved in activities is really important to look good on college applications. Yeah. So if we don't get involved, we just spend all our time on work, and we might get a 4.0, but if we're not involved, then that's a huge piece missing.
I think that maybe all that we are teaching kids to do is take tests, not really acquire knowledge to be successful in other spheres of life.
I think that every teacher should measure how much homework they're giving and kind of extrapolate that information into how many classes that the kid has, and then figure out that they also have a life and that they have to sleep and that they have their own interests. And if we could all meet together and discuss it and come up with a good game plan of what's appropriate, that would be a better world for our kids that are learning.
I agree with Mr. Meisen that teachers could work together more to make sure that assignments don't overlap, but as of now, there's not much that we students can do. Here's one last number to think about. 993. That's the number of enrolled students at our high school this year. During overwhelming circumstances, it can feel like you're going through this alone. But remember that so many others are in the same boat. Our high school experience is about so much more than just our GPA. Sure, grades are important, but down the road, no one is going to remember what was so important about that one English essay that everyone spent writing until 2 a.m. Control what you can control, like effort and attitude, and don't stress about the rest. We all have enough on our plates as it is.